Ballet Mécanique is a Dadaist post-cubist art film that was conceived, written, and co-directed by the artist Ferdinand Ledger and the filmmaker Dudley Murphy. This is considered an early experimental film making. Um, Now, this is a French film that was released in 1924. There is also a existing composition with it that was made by an American known as, his name was George and Thiel. So let's talk about the composition really quick. Now, during production, the director and composer agreed to go their separate ways. However, the musical work runs close to 30 minutes, while the film is about 19 minutes long. Now, in 1926, okay, and Thiel himself in Paris uh, premiered with this composition. Okay, the composition is his best known and most endearing work. It remains famous for its repetitive style and instrumentation, as well as its storied history, considering that it was connected to this movie. Okay. The original orchestration called for 16 player pianos or pianolas in four parts, two regular pianos, three xylophones, at least seven electric bells, three propellers, a siren, four bass drums, and one tam-tam. As it combined the four parts into a single set of pianola rolls and augmented the two human player piano and six or more additional instruments. Again, I will have all that information in the description box for you. Now, as it turns out, to this day, it's still in debate as to the connection with the orchestration and the movie itself. And I can understand why, because when I started watching, I was like, how is this connected? Because, look, I'm very familiar with Cubist art. Okay, me being an artist and me being a musician, his music does not fit with what is going on in the movie itself. Because when you watch the movie, now we've seen a lot of films. I mean, Salvador Dali's is, I mean, he was straight up. He's like, this is a dream. These are dreams that I had. And I think this is just Cubist. This is Cubist artwork splashing. It's like a kaleidoscope. Okay. And I was having a lot of fun watching it because I remember as a kid having a kaleidoscope and everything. And it was fun. It was a lot of fun watching. Okay. And every so often you see this young lady uh traipsing around and it's fun. Okay, this is not the first silent film that has that kaleidoscope effect. Okay, we saw it in Metropolis and that kind of thing, but that score was just not fitting. I liked the score, but it was not fitting what was happening. Like the score, like the movie, but they're not gelling. Okay. Yeah, I can understand the debate that's going on with this because it's a really cool cubist piece of film and and the music is really neat, but they're not fitting. What's going on? Now, the history behind this film is really interesting um because it turns out that whoever's trying to give who what credit, they want to give Ferdinand Ledger the credit because he's actually the cubist, and they want to give Murphy the credit because he was the driving force. And yeah, it's really interesting as to who wants to give who. credit. There's like these film historians who want to give credit where, and it's like I thought it would just be straightforward, but when I was reading more into it, and it turns out that Ledger was in World War I, and so that leads up to, and he suffered from gas attacks and all of that, which is terrible, absolutely terrible. And we've seen that in several other with filmmakers as well. And I mean, with the German, what was uh that gas one that we saw, and in the German film. And so yeah, there are film historians who are fighting over that. So I will put that in the description box for you. Look, I had fun with this one. I really did. I'm a fan of cubism. And yes, the first puppet that you see is Charlie Chaplin, but we have seen that with other films as well. Look, Charlie Chaplin, Harold Lloyd, Buster Keaton, they were the pop culture of their day. We Yeah. So there's no kidding around it. So, but anyway, this is called Ballet Mécanique. It is a French experimental film. It was released in 1924.